Now a three-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always say when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
The Bengals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
11.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Touchdown! Ja'Marr Chase, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They begin the drive with Hill. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Another try for Mixon. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here.
Here we go.
I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. First catch there for the rookie Flowers. He's got a 1st down. A toss wide side to Hill.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
They go play action now. Jackson.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9.
Jackson now. Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Curtis Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Burrow looking to pass. Looking deep here for Chase. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. God.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 14. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
11 MT tank.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
11.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Touchdown, Bengals! Irv Smith Jr. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to widen their advantage. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we?
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Gain of 36 yards. First down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 11-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That was a nice run, nice game there as they head towards the 2-minute warning.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
3rd and 5.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Burrow.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals. Their lead here in this first half. McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield.
Devin Duvernay.
He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11 MT.
And with a 3-score lead
11
already,
MT.
this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Burrow will throw. That is caught and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. To Mixon on the check down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd down and a yard.
From midfield now, Burrow. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
On 1, ready?
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
1-1, ready?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
And Burrow going to throw again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
That's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Ravens 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
At the Bengals 7-yard line.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Now Jackson looking to throw on 2nd down. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
Ravens 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Back to Mixon on 1st down.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the belt 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Oh, a
first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Inside handoff to Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
From the gun on third down is Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
This to make it a 2-score game.
McPherson's kick is good.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively.
And now nothing but green ahead of him.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They go play action with Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's get set.
Now a 2nd and 10.
12. Stop.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Burrow.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And some room to run now. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. McPherson's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Penalty's not what they needed here. 1st and 15.
Jackson. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Duvernay in motion.
Jackson on 1st down.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
To throw again is Jackson. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing, Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18. 15-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Mixing up the middle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Ravens, they'll take over.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
No, we change it. Hey, report.
Jackson to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Hey, come on. Middle. Hey, middle.
Now Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Jackson. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
Go ahead.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Yeah.
Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now an audible here into something else.
Here's Jackson.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. So the field goal means we're back to a one-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance.